man, for the last 15, 16 years, consistent. Just music. When I think of Blazo, I think of music. I think the hard line of the street, the hard line of just the soul music. Just if you can incorporate all that in the rap, you know what I'm saying? It's one. It's a real musician, real artist. You know what I'm saying? A15 artist.
That high still relevant and he ain't touched the beat. I'm a brain, you know that came with a beat. Here come them local niggas, he still in the same place as me. Wait, difference is I set the trend and watch him follow me. We ain't the same, no we ain't the same. You niggas be swerving, making me nervous, all in my lane. I done kept my mouth shut too long, ain't got me nowhere. I done kept my mouth shut too long, ain't got me nowhere.
Okay. I'm the boy DJ Solo.
DJ Solo Dolo.
Fuck you niggas been. You ready, Blazo?
Let's do it.
Come on to the motherfucking stage.
This tag over here.
We got this motherfucking on. Let's go.
Walking this
Let's go. Let's go in this bitch. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
walking this bitch and I versus the world.
Growing up living with my granny, I had a regular childhood, you know what I'm saying? I played basketball, ran around the neighborhood with the kids. You know, we did a lot of stuff up under granny nose. You know what I mean? Like just diving into stuff that we probably shouldn't have. There's a lot of people from here, you know what I'm saying, that's the ultimate hustlers that don't nobody know about. You know what I'm saying? Niggas in Beloit cut different than any type of nigga I ever met. You know what I'm saying? Just like Rockford niggas cut different.
Rockford is rated the most dangerous city in America, under 200,000. I'm gonna show you why.
I learned how to, like, you gotta get up out of jams in certain situations and being at the wrong place at the wrong time and how shit can end. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely learned the streets from the A15 and I learned the hustle from the 608.
Somebody kill Mariah, Armani, and Malachi. I'ma make sure that y'all straight before it's daddy time. That's that daddy grind. Long as they good, I ain't gotta shine. Better know I'ma make it home to mine. Yeah, I don't deserve.
I was already trying to be a good father just for the simple fact that I ain't want them to ever feel how I felt like at certain situations, like when I played basketball, like my cousins and, you know, stuff, they had they parents there and they dad there, you know what I'm saying? I had my mom come. My mom was my number one supporter, but not having my dad there and just having a manly figure, you know what I'm saying? Having like my cousin Harvey play like a father figure, like my step pops kind of played like a father figure, but that wasn't my pop, so it didn't really, it wasn't the same, so I ain't never want my kids to feel like that, so. That's all I wanted to be when I was a shorty, was a hooper, like, that's it. But the rap came into play later on down the line. I was a diehard basketball player, though.
This cat had so many damn moves, though. He scared me. I played football, I thought I was bad. Then I found out how cold he was. Crossover, he took me out. I tried to put the little basketball hoop in the back. They took it down. You couldn't. The crossover was so cold. The crossover was so cold. But you never stopped doing what you was doing. You took them down the street. Then you went to school, you took care of yourself. You took care of your game. You exercised your game.
So I got kicked off my senior year of college playing basketball. And that shit was like the most devastating thing that happened to me in my whole life. Like, I got kicked off like a week before senior night. Me and my best friend and my other partner, we get kicked off. So it was like, I didn't know what to do. I thought basketball was my way out. I took rap serious, but not for real. So after that, it was just like, man, I can't give up. this now, you know what I'm saying? Rap, the only thing I see me getting rich off of legally besides basketball, and basketball at that point was over.
Is he the plug?
Is he the plug? Is he the plug?
Is he the plug? Is he the plug? Yeah. Is he the plug?
You knew that one. You knew Is he the plug. You knew word for word. You knew the ad-libs. So you damn near did the dance moves.
My most memorable moment for sure is when Izzy the Plug came out, and just that whole time period of Izzy the Plug, like everything that happened during Izzy the Plug, like from Joe Budden dancing to it, from meeting him in Miami at the hotel, like, and he dancing to it. Floyd Mayweather throwing countless thousands at KOD to my song, performing my song at KOD. Shout out to Prince Marky D of the Fat Boys. He the one who actually broke that record. That first night he broke the record, he played it like 3 other times, you know what I mean? And he kept spinning it after that. So just that whole wave, like that was my first real time of really experiencing being like an artist and known outside of my city, like heavily, you know what I mean? Like people actually knowing the music, going to these shows, doing these shows, and these people like surprising me because they know the words.
The nigga Blazo fucked up the stage, fucked it all up, you heard me?
Let's turn up for the sound. If you came here fresh, let me hear you say yeah. And I feel like the plug tonight. We're gonna do it like that.
Tell them bitch ass gang tag over bitch ass nigga.
He's a star basketball player. You still couldn't tell him shit. He had a plan of what he wanted to do. So, he had to get it out the mud. He didn't get nothing. He didn't take nothing that was handed to him. He had to get it out the mud. Meaning he had to hustle. He had to struggle. He had to sacrifice. He had to lose. He had to lose again. And had to lose again. And had to get back up again and get back up again. Like you can't.
Fell out with a couple homies like a loose
One
tooth.
thing that stands out the most is being consistent. Like it may be the hardest thing to do, but constantly maybe not being where you want to be or being where you want to be. People taking your sound, a lot of hate coming from your area. To be able to block all that out and still progress and elevate your music and get better, and not be content with what you're doing is probably the hardest thing to do. So the consistency, that's what I like. I praise him when it comes to his consistency.
Number one, when you consistent, anybody could be consistent. Some niggas is consistent with boo-boo, some niggas is consistent with greatness. When you continue to evolve as an artist, you know what I'm saying, you either gonna go down or you gonna go up. And all he's done is level up.
Probably the biggest thing I'll say is that he's a proactive person. And that's different from a lot of people that I see.
So you want to see if I can figure out a way to get down the middle, brother?
Yeah, we can this motherfucker on.
Yeah, that'll move like that. I used to have it. Yeah,
You just drag it?
Just sit back and be like, nobody's doing this, nobody doing that. But he's the type of person who will take initiative and get it done for himself. Is if it's a void to be filled, instead of sitting back and waiting for somebody else to do it, he'll do it himself and provide. And then in the midst of doing that, provide opportunities for other people as well. So yeah.
There's nobody else doing it. There's no other artist. There's no other, influencer of this area that can say that they've consistently made money, real money, off just keeping the vibes every weekend.
One of my favorite weekends, I'm kind of selective. The Blazo weekend, to me, is just a time to enjoy yourself, get away from the negative, because the negative is pushed in Rockford heavy. Time to party, time to let loose, time to support the kids, support the artists that give back to the kids. One of my favorite weekends again, but it set a standard on what you gotta do for your city. It's just, you can't just do music, you can't just look good, you gotta give back, you gotta show your face and try to influence or set a standard for the next generation to come.
Local celebrities came out for a good game of basketball, all in the name of providing winter gear for those who need it the most. Rockford University held the Blazo 8th annual local celebrity basketball game. Illinois State Senator Steve Stottlemyre and Alderman Bill Rose were among some of the celebs, with Fred Van Vliet's company, Bet on Yourself, serving as one of the celeb coaches. Organizers say this game is important to bring positivity to Rockford.
And to some people, they may have thought it's because of my time, but like, I feel like my time ain't came yet, because I'm getting better. I'm getting better and smarter, and my base is getting bigger. So that's really all that matters for me, just keep excelling.
Let's say one time. Hey, 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 1, 2, 3, go! Hey, turn up. I don't never close, got too many doors. Turn up, I better get sleepy. I can't hear y'all. Chasing bang rolls in the same clothes for a whole week. Hey, go get the bag. 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 Hey, go get the bag. Hey, go get the bag.